Hey, welcome to Living the Logic. This is Professor Manish Narayan, founder of Innovative Institution. So before I explain what generative AI is in under 5 minutes, I'm going to give you a back of the envelope, quick idea, high level of how GPT works. So let's walk through what's happening here. At the top, you see the prompt, write a friendly welcome message. The first thing the AI does is break the sentences into tokens or small chunks of text. Each token is then converted to a number internally. That's what the list represents here. Numbers the AI works with, not words. Now here's a key part. During the training, the AI was exposed to books, websites, and articles, which were also converted into tokens and numbers. From that data, the AI learned which numbers usually follow other numbers. So when the AI starts responding, it doesn't look up anything. Instead, it predicts the next most likely token number, one step at a time. That's why you see the response slowly grow. Welcome, welcome to our community. Each word appears because its token number had the highest probability based on what the model learned during the pre-training. Finally, those token numbers are converted back into words, and that's the response you see. Generative AI in under 5 minutes, how we got here and how it works. Generative AI feels brand new, but the truth is it's been decades in the making. Today, I'll explain what generative AI is, how we got here, and how models like ChatGPT actually work, all under 5 minutes. Generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence that creates new content, like text, images, or audio, based on a prompt or existing data. Instead of just analyzing information, it generates something new using patterns learned from massive amounts of data. Even though generative AI feels sudden, it's the result of over 60 years of AI research. The earliest AI systems appeared in the 1960s. These were simple, rule-based chatbots. They relied on pre-written answers, keyword matching, expert-built knowledge bases. If a keyword appeared in your input, the chatbot returned a matching response. This worked, but it didn't scale. Language is too complex for hard-coded rules. In the 1990s, AI took a major turn with machine learning. Instead of explicitly programming rules, machines began learning patterns from data. Models were trained on text paired with labels, allowing them to recognize intent, classify text, make predictions. This was the beginning of statistical language understanding. As computing power improved, AI research accelerated. This led to deep learning, machine learning powered by neural networks. Neural networks allowed models to understand context, process sequences of words, represent meaning more effectively. Technologies like recurrent neural networks, or RNNs, made virtual assistants possible. This is a technology behind early virtual assistants. They could interpret human language, identify intent, respond with scripted answers, call external services. Powerful, right? But still limited. The real breakthrough came with a new architecture called the transformer. Transformers solved a major problem. They could handle much longer text sequences. They didn't process text strictly in order. Instead, they used something called attention. Attention allows the model to focus on the most relevant parts of text, assign it different importance to different words, understand context regardless of word position. This made modern large language models, or LLMs, possible. Generative AI is a subset of deep learning powered by transformers. Models like GPT are trained on massive amounts of unlabeled data, books, articles, websites. Because of this, they can adapt to many tasks, generate grammatically correct text, respond with a sense of creativity. They don't just understand language, they generate it. Let's look at how models like GPT actually work at a high level. Large language models work best with numbers, not raw text. So the very first step is tokenization. Your input text is split into chunks called tokens. Tokens can be words or parts of words. Each token is mapped to a number. This numeric representation is what the model actually processes. Given a sequence of input tokens, the model predicts the next most likely token. That token is then added back into the input. This repeats over and over, expanding the response word by word. That's why AI responses appear gradually and then sometimes stop mid-sentence. The model doesn't always pick the most likely token. Instead, it selects from a probability distribution of possible next tokens. A small amount of randomness is added to simulate creativity. This randomness is controlled by a parameter called temperature. Higher temperature, more creative. Lower temperature, more predictable. So let's take a real world example. When you prompt AI with, write a friendly product description for a handmade leather wallet, what does the model do? It tokenizes your input, predicts the next word, applies probability and context, generates a human-like response. No rules, no scripts, just learned patterns. So what is generative AI and what it's not? Generative AI assists humans, accelerates content creation, lowers the barrier to entry. But remember, it does not truly understand meaning, know facts inherently, or think like a human. But humans stay in the loop. So that's generative AI in under 5 minutes. Remember, it's decades of AI research, machine learning, deep learning, transformers, tokens, and probabilities. Simple inputs, powerful outcomes. Thanks for watching.